And we're going to see a pretty interesting matchup here. They've never met in the Rugby World Cup sevens. Argentina, well, there's their position. They're 9th in the world at the end of the 2013 season. There's the captain, Nicolas Bruzone. Some very fine players here. Geronimo de la Fuente, Francesco Morello, and Matias Moroni. So they're well coached by Andres Romagnoli. And that's the Argentina team. And the United States team, equally interesting. Matt Hawkins, the captain. And Nick Edwards and this team shocked New Zealand yesterday by jumping to a 19-5 lead, but they weren't able to close it out. So United States and Argentina are about to go to battle here in the rugby sense in 2013's Rugby World Cup. Ben Gollings is with me, and the USA flag was flying high yesterday, but they couldn't quite pull it off against mighty New Zealand.
No, I mean, I think the major upset for them was the 1-point loss to Canada, and they knew they had to go out and play New Zealand, and they did just that. But it's not often you get 19 points up against New Zealand. You need to make the most of every chance there and try and squeeze the game out. But unfortunately for the US, the New Zealand were too strong at the end, which, if they'd have won with 17 points, they could have found themselves in a cup quarter-final today.
So there is Matt Hawkins, proudly wearing the colours of his adopted country. Came from South Africa originally. Played schools water polo down in South Africa. I think you've got a few dealings with Matt Hawkins, Ben. He's a good man for the game.
He is, yeah. We had the opportunity to work a little bit with the US team and host them up in Seattle, where we're based at the moment, which was good to see them. Good to see them run out and see how they work, and they've got some quality players coming through the USA and getting stronger and stronger. They finished the year strong as well.
Okay, here we go with Javier Rojas as Argentina in the blue and white kickoff against USA, and straight away one of the American guys is that Zach Test has fallen heavily. One of their stars, really, and very good at the jump, and just heading back slowly to position. I'm going to have a look at this from the kickoff. The big leap is all important, big commitment to it.
Yeah, I mean, in theory, he's in the air first. I wonder whether he's actually been taken out of the air. It's always tough when you're trying to compete with the other jumper. Zach Testi's back on his feet now.
Nicolas Bruzone is number 1 for Argentina. And there is Moroni. Edwards is number 2 for USA, and that's the 22-meter line. Referee is Rhys Thomas of USA.
Shame that Argentina couldn't recycle that ball there. He's getting held up in the tackle.
That's interesting. That's a tribute there to the work of Zach Test. He's the specialist at the kickoff times. They lead the tournament for ball retained from the kickoff. 64% of the time. There is Test.
In London, he got player of the tournament. It was his partly due to how well he claimed all those kickoffs.
We were having a look at his career the other day when we been the Zach Test number 5 for USA. He began on the tour, the HSBC tour. There he is in 2009. Before that, in 2007, he was a youth championship player, 2008 and 2009. He goes to the Jewish games as well. This is there's a lot of stamps on this guy's passport.
He has. He's been there and done it and got the T-shirt, and with it he's done a lot of traveling. So he's in very familiar territory being here in Moscow.
So it's good work by USA to secure this one. Back, says referee Thomas from Wales, kicked out wide. Here comes Edwards. He made the good beginning yesterday against New Zealand with a runaway try. Away goes Moroni. And down goes Ignacio Passman, number 10. The bottom there is number 6, Ramiro Moyano. And now the little push, and the referee's caught them on that one. There's going to be hand in pocket here.
There's some ill discipline coming into the US game here. Nick Edwards, he needed to let the player up earlier on, and now here we see the shoulder being dropped. Not going to help you.
Falau Niua, it is, who goes to the bin. Let's look at it again.
Yeah, you can see the kicks through. He's just got to pull out, but he dropped his shoulder into the guy. The referee's going to pick that over every day. If you turn your back and start trying to chase it and get in the way, then that's a fair game. But he's held his ground there.
Four. Martin, be over there, okay?
Big 2 minutes with 6 men for the US.
Get out your way and up low, okay?
So back goes Moroni. He's just 22 years of age, one of the young players on the rise for Argentina's sevens rugby scene. So here they come. Some nice switches of play, and Javier Rojas gets through all the way and scores. Only came into the squad this year, and he's having a nice time. Rojas scores.
Well, just comes here from a simple change of direction, and then if you watch him, he comes onto the ball at pace, and then it's the way that he actually keeps pumping the ball in two hands, pumping, looking as though he's offloading it, just holds the defenders off, puts some hesitation in their mind, and buys him the time he needs to get over the try line.
Yeah, good.
Very nice kick. 7-0 Argentina lead. Try scored by number 12, Javier Rojas.
Keep him going.
So Hawkins from the kickoff, bring it back, and there's the really deep angled push from the foot, and that one just really for position.
Yeah, I was about to say, it's unfortunate they don't have the likes of Carlin Isles on the end of that one. He's your man when it comes to chasing kicks, but good decision by the US. They've been stuck in their own territory for a while, release the pressure and defend out here now. Argentina on their 22.
Make sure you cut the numbers. Hang on. I want 72 channel. I've got this fine. Back.
10-meter mark in Argentina territory. This is a plate quarterfinal. Edwards goes out wide. Cleared back by the hard-working Brent Thompson, and here comes big Andrew Duratalo, one of the biggest men of the tournament. There's the pass out the side door, and now they get it wide. It's looking good for Hawkins here out wide. Nobody does not need it. Test goes through and scores it. The very man we're talking about with all the travel experience, Zach Test.
Well, Andrew Duratalo's the man that set this one up for the US. It's a great pickup off the bootlaces. We see here Test finishing it off, but it was the work earlier. He picks up his bootlaces, then he keeps himself up on his feet, bumps one tackle, and there was a great out-the-back pass, and then it's opened up the room here for Test. Good finish for the US.
It's quite soft down in that corner, isn't it, of the field? We're seeing quite a bit of slipping in that right-hand corner.
He's slipping over the try line, he won't mind.
Yeah, that's true. Falau Niua's conversion is away, so it's
up 4 feet.
7-5.
Okay. Keep going, man.
30 seconds to go till the end of the first half here, Argentina against USA. Whoa, that's out on the full. You see the signal from the assistant referee on the sideline, and
just right idea, wrong execution there. Just a little bit too much on it. There's plenty of space back down in this right-hand corner.
Ben Gollings has made mention of Carlin Isles, the name Carlin Isles. He's the very quick American who spends a lot of time on the bench. They don't favour him into the game. He's very fast, but physically he struggles in the defence. As we watch a try for Argentina scored by Geronimo de la Fuente.
Well, two penalties, 2 tries for Argentina. They've got their penalty plays worked out well, and he wasn't tackled the player, so he was able to keep playing and finds De La Fuente outside him for the walkover.
So there goes Geronimo Fuente. The kick is a good one. So that caps a pretty good half for Argentina. They go to the break 14 points to 5 in the lead. So if you were in the coach's position, you'd give him a good run here. I mean, I don't see too many speedsters in the Argentina team.
Absolutely, you know, as I alluded to earlier, the kick went over. The likes of Isles probably could have got there off the first bounce. That's how quick he is. So utilise that guy now. He's excited. He wants to play.
Well, if you read him on his Twitter account and in the stories about him, he loves the game. He's new to it, coming out of American football and track and field.
The great thing as well, Keith, he has a great attitude. I was chatting to him in Seattle and he was asking questions. He says, you know, what can I do? I just want to learn. I want to get better. And with that attitude, you'll see Carlin Isles go from strength to strength in this 7th series.
Second half about to begin. That might be one of the issues, because remember, if the USA lose here, they're out of the tournament. The losers on the last day at the World Cup go home at whatever level they're playing at. Argentina have the lead here by 14 to 5. So maybe the desperate measures might see Isles come into the game. Let's watch. Meantime, it's Hawkins and Test.
Mace, you happy? Thank you, Mace.
See what they're doing. Both Hawkins and Test, they like this guy cutting back in and using the wrap around, and often they're a lot sharper at it than they've just shown today. The US aren't quite showing the same kind of accuracy that they showed against New Zealand yesterday.
Okay, here come the Pumas of Argentina. Moroni is number 5. Nice big wide setup by the Argentina team. Oh, they're showing real speed there. Bit of a high tackle on Moroni, on Moyano by Hawkins. Have a look at this from Hawkins. That's called collared in the old rugby parlance. And they're maintaining position here very nicely.
They are, keeping their width and really stretching. This is the second time they've been back across the field now. Just need a runner off here. They've got numbers now to the left.
Absolutely numbers to the left. And the try is scored by Rojas. His 2nd of the match, extending the lead for Argentina.
Well, Argentina's accuracy there on this time, and it came from, I like to see the way they went from right over to the left, but rather than committing themselves into a contact area, they came back out, they brought it all the way down the right, hit holes, quick ruck, and leaves the numbers out on the left, and a great finish for Romas.
So he's going to try and convert his own try now. Look at this. These guys can kick, can't they? Beautiful strike on the ball. And he converts his own try. Javier Rojas. And this is tough now for USA, 21 to 5. And no action on the bench for USA, although Isles has stood up. They might make some changes and bring him into the game. 4 minutes to play. That's a long time.
Yeah, and those conversions from Argentina proving crucial at the moment.
Oh, nice work by Rojas. Oh, no, it's gone a bit wide. He got it away from the attackers of USA.
That's a rush there, Blue.
Suniula is on from the bench, number 4. Edwards chasing the man who just scored to try and kick the convergence, doing very well in the point production, Rojas. Argentina playing a nice game here. Look at that tackle from Test. Hawkins.
Had numbers to the right then, US, if they'd have just trusted their hands. They've created it now. They've got it back. They can move this ball early.
They're turning it back inside all the time, Ben.
Yeah.
That's not to their advantage. It's almost like turning back into the traffic. And this is not looking good for them here. Try by Francesco Murillo. And I think that's the international signal for I want some rest time.
I need a new set of lungs. US been their own enemy here. They kept cutting back into where the Argentinian was still strong rather than stretching them. And then this is just good strength. And once he's broken the tackle, there's no one at home.
Second taper here. Second.
Francisco Murillo will know he's done what he needs to do. Save his energy for the next game.
And they will have a next game with a lead of 26-5. There is the conversion this time by Gaston Revol. And they continue to pile up the points, 28-5 now. Happy fans backing Argentina. So here is Carlin Isles, and with 2 minutes to play, he's into the game. The issue now, can they give him some running time just to show us and to show the World Cup fans, the world audience, if you like, what he's got, because he's on time, clearly the fastest man in the game. If he'd run here in the Olympic Games in 1980, he might have won a gold medal. His best times of today matching that was set on this in the stadium for the Olympic Games, as Hawley is also into the game. So now we have Unufe. Oh, nice run by Unufe. He's just come onto the field. Did he get it down? I don't think he did.
Well, it was a good break. He used Carlin Isles as a good block for a while, but then I thought he had the legs here. He must have rolled off his chest just as he gets to the line. Let's have a look. Oh, so close yet so far.
That's Maka Unufe, also out of the American football scene for a while. Halolilo is on, Jack Halolilo. So just seconds remaining here. Argentina looking the best of good things to progress through in the plate quarterfinal to play Samoa. The Americans have given the ball away far too many times.
Yeah, 13 times to Argentina's 6. All comes down to those fine margins.
So a lot of passes completed by Argentina, but the Americans had their chances with 29 passes completed, but only 1 try scored. So let's see how they go here. Number 11 is Colin Hawley, but the big leap came in from Morone, and USA have it.
You're seeing there, okay?
And that's the end of this one. Solid play by Argentina sees them go through in the plate quarterfinals, beating USA by 28 points to 5.